Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Gaming Quitte, the most delicious Quitte of them all, and today we're taking a look at the Gala Dragalia remix, which features Sheila as a new unit. Surprise, she is not a Gala unit and therefore a permanent addition to the roster. Summoning on this banner would give you the highest chance of obtaining her though for quite a while. Also on raid up are Gala Mym and Gala Mars. I will give you a short opinion if it's worth to summon for them after we're done with Sheila. Sheila is a fire dagger, which technically isn't too surprising since she was holding a dagger in her art and her dad is a fire unit too, though Gatov himself is holding swords while being an axe unit. But anyway, she seems to be pretty good. Her first skill, Carmine Rush, deals 2 hits of 190% and 3 hits of 380% damage to the enemy, which means it deals 1520% in total. It also lowers the enemy's flame resistance by 15%, and applies Evil's Bane to the enemy. Evil's Bane adds 20% to the critical damage mods, for Sheila at least, not for everyone. When Sheila has the Blaze Wolf's Rush effect, which she can get by doing her standard attack combos successfully, the skill gets a bit stronger. The effects don't change, but it will now deal 3040% damage in total, doubling the amount of damage she can deal with the skill. Using this variant of the skill will consume the Blaze Wolf's Rush effect, but it also readies the second skill for use. Sheila's second skill, Flame Raid, deals 7 hits of 200% damage to surrounding enemies, dispels buffs and inflicts burn. If you use Flame Raid right after Carmine Rush, an upgraded version is used. Instead of the 1400% damage it normally deals, the skill will now deal 1750% damage and inflict Scorched Rend instead of burn. It will still dispel. If Sheila has the Blaze Wolf's Rush effect, it gets consumed and readies her first skill again, but only on the improved version of her second skill. The skill is shareable, which might be useful if you want to inflict burn and dispel at the same time. As a dagger unit, her core ability increases the critical rate by 10%. Her chain core ability fills 3% of the dragon gauge when a team member is granted an amp or a team amp. This effect has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Mym immediately springs to my mind here. Together with Gala Leonidas, Sheila might be a good backline unit for Mym, because with the Chainco ability, she could help the Flameworm shapeshift even more often. I've previously mentioned a part of Sheila's first ability when talking about the Evil's Bane effect. What I didn't mention yet was that Sheila's second skill will always deal critical damage to the enemies afflicted by Evil's Bane. If you wondered why her damage mods are comparably low for a second skill, then you now know why. When inspired and Sheila does a critical hit on the enemy with this effect, the inspiration level gets reset. It isn't mentioned, but I am assuming that Sheila will have a unique standard combo attack animation. No promises here though. What we do know is that she will deal an additional attack when dodging during a combo. When using both her own skills, Sheila will be immune to knockback and damage taken is reduced by 50%, which could mean you might not be able to use it to completely iframe attacks. Which is especially weird since in at least one of the skills she seems to just transform into a firewolf that dodges around. But anyway, her first ability also increases her movement speed by 35%, basically turning her into Sheila the Hedgehog. This does not apply to her sprinting or when she is shapeshifted. Sheila, while not being a Gala unit, still has double resistances to stun and sleep, which is pretty neat. Her third ability grants Sheila a critical damage amp with a maximum team amp level of 1 on her 4th attack of her standard attack combo. On the 7th attack of the combo, she gets the Blaze Wolf's Rush effect, which is needed to improve her skills. Also, when using her first skill, she grants a defense amp with a maximum team amp level of 1. So overall, I would say that Sheila seems to be pretty dang strong. They have released some really good bait right before anniversary. Sheila seems to be a monster when it comes to critical damage. She can also help with applying burn and scorch rend on the enemy, and she dispels. From how I see it, you basically want to always do a complete combo with her and then use one of her skills and then use the other one right away after it. This way you keep up the critical damage amp, you get the Blaze Wolf's Rush effect and you deal some heavy damage. I guess you go skill 1 then skill 2. That might be the best way, because this way you deal the most damage with the first skill, while also doing a critical hit with the second skill, thanks to the Evil's Bane effect being applied right before. But maybe the other way around might also be beneficial, so you can do some heavy crit damage with Flame Raid while the enemy is afflicted by Evil's Bane, and then dump 3000% damage mods on the enemy immediately after with the improved Carmine Rush. But that's just me theorizing her playstyle. I'm extremely excited about how she plays and I will definitely summon for her. So if you want to see that, and you aren't subscribed yet, well, you might want to change that. Before we end the video, as promised, let's quickly talk about the other featured units. Gala Mym recently got her mana spiral. I did a video on that. If you want to check it out, it's in the top right corner. She already was still pretty good before the spiral, but now in my personal opinion, she did get a lot better. While I wouldn't have minded some more changes or buff, overall she performs pretty well, and being able to dispel on her very cheap first skill can help a lot, especially when shared. I did get my fastest clear on 0 mid master difficulty when playing her, so I guess that's pretty cool. Since when the team is set up correctly, you're in Dragon form a lot, you can just basically dragon through some of the more difficult to dodge attacks. So basically, Mym hits like a truck thanks to her improved stats, is fun to play, and at least for me, does make things a bit easier. There's one thing to keep in mind though when it comes to Mym and summoning her. On 3.5 anniversary, we probably will get a Dream Summon as a purchasable option, and you could probably just pick Mym there instead of summoning for her on the banner. But there's no promises here in terms of the Dream Summon, as I don't know if Cygames decides to randomly change things up again. Gala Mars is one of the older dragons in the game by now, but he is still an amazing one. While he loses his strength buff in Curse of Nihility content, his dragon form is still very good. The best thing about him is that after the shapeshift, the skill gauges of the unit he's equipped on are filled by 100%, and you can just go and blast ahead. Even on units like Mym who don't shapeshift into Mars, this effect applies. Mars is still one of my go-to dragons in the game, even if when it comes to the strength increase from his aura, there are better options by now. But the skill refill is just too good to pass up on it. So overall, this is an extremely good banner to summon on, which is kinda scary because it basically makes it a hardcore bait banner. I wonder what they will throw at us for the 3.5 anniversary if this is the banner they released before it. Someone on Twitter said that we might be getting Nedrick as the anniversary unit, and that would make sense. But maybe it's Finn Lorda or something completely else, I have no idea. At this point I feel like Cygames has become a bit unpredictable again. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more content from yours truly. Tell me in the comments below what you think about Sheila and if you're going to summon for her. I certainly will. If you want to know what I'm up to when I'm not making videos, follow me on Twitter or join our Discord, the links are down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!